Hi kindergartners, thanks for watching my science video on my YouTube channel. Now, over the past few weeks, we've been learning about plants and how we can take care of the earth. We know that for plants, they start off as little seeds, and then there's some roots that grow from the seed, as well as a stem that pushes its way through the dirt all the way to the surface where it gets sunlight and water so it can keep growing bigger and bigger. We also learned about one way that we can be taking care of the earth, and that was through recycling. We know that we can take materials like paper and plastic, and what happens is those materials go to a factory and they're made into new things. There's more than one way that we can take care of the earth. Like maybe if you're taking a walk and you see someone left trash on the ground, you can pick up that trash or throw it away. Or even when you're brushing your teeth, if you don't need the water, keep it off. We don't need to keep it on the whole time. There's so many ways that we can be taking care of our earth and keep it really nice and healthy. Now, today, we're going to be working on one way that we're going to be keeping our earth really safe and healthy. We're going to be making flower pots. And you might be thinking, Miss Kay, how is making a flower pot taking care of the earth? Well, we're going to be recycling when we make these flower pots, but it's going to look just a little different than what we saw in the video. Sometimes recycling can mean using materials that you have in the house for different things after you're done. So let me explain that a little bit more. So this is Miss K's lotion. You can see that if I open it, there's still lotion inside. There's still a lot of it in there. But what happens when it's done? I could just throw it away, or I could recycle it. I could use it in a different way for something else. So that might be taking it into the classroom and putting paper clips in it. Instead of buying something else, I can just reuse it. I can recycle something. And that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be reusing materials in our house to be making flower pots. Kindergartners, we are doing Maker Station this week. So the question to be asked is, how do you make a flower pot? Now, we know that after we ask the question, we need to do a little research. So what Miss Kay is going to do is she's going to share her screen, and what I have is a few pictures of ideas of what people have done to make flower pots out of materials that they already have in their house. Because we don't need to go buy anything. We're going to reuse materials that we have in our house. So one thing that I have here is tin cans. Tin cans is maybe what you would eat soup out of, or maybe if they're smaller ones, you maybe have like tuna or something, or sometimes you have corn or beans in tin cans. Now you can see these people did a few different things. These people put maybe paper over it, and then they added a little bit of paint on it. These people just wanted to paint it one color. You could just see this one's just orange and this one's just pink and blue. These people, they wanted to use two different colors, gold with just a little bit of black. That's the way that they use tin cans to make flower pots. And you can see how these flowers are going to be how these flowers came out of them. Another way that we can use recycled materials in our house to make flower pots is by using plastic water bottles. So I had a few examples that I found. The first was taking maybe a milk jug and you cut it right here as you can see, and then you can put some soil and the plant inside of it so it can grow and grow. Another way is by just cutting the top off, maybe adding a little paint, and even adding something as fun as googly eyes. You can even take a plastic water bottle, cut it in half, and try putting some string in it and hanging it outside. Now, you might be thinking, some of these ideas are really great, Miss Kay, or you might have a different idea. That's okay. Whatever you'd like to do, as long as you're reusing materials, I think that's okay. So you maybe want to take a tin can and you maybe want to wrap yarn around it. Or maybe you want to use some pipe cleaners with it. That's so. Kindergartners, we have done 2 steps for Maker Station. We asked the question of, how do you make a flower pot out of recycled materials? We did a little research. We looked at a few photos to get our brain thinking, what is it going to look like? we know that we have to draw our design now, right? So make sure you get your notebook and you draw what you want your flower pot to look like, as well as go around the house and find materials to use that you already have. So you could be using a tin can, you could be using a plastic water bottle, or maybe an old toy or an old ball that you don't even use anymore. Make sure that you have fun doing it, and make sure to ask help from a parent if you need to as well, because it can be kind of tricky cutting into things by ourselves. Now, after you design your flower pot, you might be thinking, well, Miss K, what do I do after that? Well, last week, Miss K gave you little beans. They're actually called lima beans, and I had you put it in a bag to have it start growing little by little. So once you start seeing some roots, it starts sprouting, that's probably a good time to be starting to put it in soil. We know that for plants to grow, it needs water, it needs sunlight, and it needs soil or dirt. And I also shared something really special for your parents to read to help them with the process as well. So feel free to ask them for help in this exciting process of starting to grow a plant at home. Now, your plant might have a hard time growing, or it's probably not going to have any flowers on it, but that's okay. We're just going to do the best that we can, because when you guys are doing this, you're helping the earth a lot. You're helping with plants and you're helping reuse, recycle materials. So keep doing a great job, kindergartners. I hope to see photos and videos of your flower pots. Feel free to ask me any questions, and I can't wait to see you guys soon. Bye, guys.